We're underway here at the Tinsley Center on the campus of Bridgewater State University. Undefeated Bears taking on the Cardinals and scoring early as Hallblad posts one in from the right baseline. The undefeated 8-0 Bears, 9-0 after just a couple nights ago, taking on the 2-5 Cardinals of Wesleyan University. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Tinsley Center as the Bears force an early turnover. I'm Matt Donahue.
And I'm Zachary McMahon.
Bears have had a star-studded season to kick things off. They're looking to continue that streak today and be undefeated yet again. Hauser kicks it out. Johnson for three from the left side, no good. Offensive board, DeZoni. Ravitz working on a couple, trying to make space. He steps up into the mid-range, turnaround, jumper, no good. Rebound, Kikuba. Dante Kikuba takes it across, sitting on the right elbow, kicks it out to Priest, across to Oko. Champagne likes his threes, looking for something better, finds Kikuba outside, steps in, back out, long three, Champagne, good. And that's his calling card, 5-0 Bears early. Nicky Johnson takes it across for the Cardinals. McCoo working on Oko, drops it over to Ravitz on the right elbow. Right wing, excuse me. Hauser. McCoo steps his way into the lane, the Euro, the floater, no good. Rebound. Kikuba kicked up ahead, Champagne, he'll just catch and shoot. Three is untrue, however. Out of bounds, Cardinals ball. These two teams come in very different positions, of course. Bears undefeated, 8-0 on the record, 9-0 if you count the exhibition against Wheaton earlier in the year. Wesleyan looking for just their third win of the year, trying to set their season straight. Three from the top of the key is true for Fritz Hauser from the Green Mountain State, and Wesleyan is on the board. Priest. Whistle. Play is stopped, and they're going to call it a foul on Nicky Johnson, the only Bay Stater on this Cardinals unit from Lexington. Oko to inbound. Kikuba into the right mid-range, drops out. Three from the right wing, true for Oko. 8-3 Bears. 2 minutes in. Johnson trying to hold on, and he cannot. And the Cardinals turning it over early in this match. They are really looking to find some kind of stability if they can. They're down 8-3 to the Bears. 17.5 to go in the first half. Kikuba out to Priest. Thought about a three, said no. Stepped in from the right. Mid-range. Not true, excuse me. Rebound, DeZoni. Bounce pass up ahead. Off the fingers of McCoo. Couldn't get a grasp on it. And the Cardinals have turned it over twice in 2 possessions.
Well, both teams have been using the three-point line to advance their scoring so far.
Kikuba out to Champagne, steps in, trying to work his way into the lane from the left side, no good. Hallblad couldn't keep a grip on it, and it's out off of hit. Correction. Shaquille DeZoni, they're going to say, last touch that one. Shaq DeZoni from Little Tobyhanna, Pennsylvania, in the northeastern part of the Keystone State. Kikuba, three from the left wing, got it! And the Bears are drilling it in from deep early. 11-3 Bridgewater. Ravitz, worked on by Oko, trying to keep something going. Hauser kicks it out to McCoo, trying to find his way in the middle. Drops it over, whistle, foul, and Champagne cannot believe they called that on him. First team foul for the Bears, first personal for Quinton Champagne. From Rentham, played his high school ball at BR. Ravitz thought threes, said no. Working into the lane, trying to lay it up, puts in some work and gets it past Hallblad for two more. 11-5 Bears. Oko takes it across for Bridgewater State. Champaign. Now Kikuba on the right wing, trying to step inside, putting on some fancy footwork, steps back out at the top of the key, leaves it for Oko on the right wing. He'll try to work his way inside in the lane. The dribble, the floater, no good. Rebound Hauser. McCoo getting some early work in his own side from Oko. Ravitz on the left wing trying to step in, and a couple different subs waiting to check in. Steal by Champaign. Up ahead, Kikuba. Worked on by Shaq Dezzoni, trying to find an outlet. He's trying to put the fake on, leaves it for Priest instead on the outside. Now across to Champaign. Kikuba thought three, said no, steps up. Now he's thinking three. Untrue off the back rim. Offensive board fought for initially, no. Corralled in by Dezzoni. Nicky Johnson across, risky bounce pass, but it works to McCoo. Dezzoni from the left mid-range bag, that one. And Shaq Dezzoni cuts the Bears' lead to 4. 15 and a quarter left to go in the first half. Two subs each preparing to check in for the Bears and the Cardinals. Champaign at the left wing thinking, nope. Leaves it for Hobleib in the lane, and he just puts it over a couple different bodies. 15 to go in the first half. Three from the left side, off the rim for Ravitz, pulled down by Priest. Kikuba across. Priest, top of the key, long three, got that! And the Cardinals are saying no mas. 16-7 Bears with 14:44 to go in the first half.
Yeah, you got their made
Bears
shots.
are really putting a lot of emphasis on distant shots.
Yeah, 4 out of 6 made shots were three-pointers.
16-7 Bears. As you mentioned, shooting over 500 from three, and they've already racked up significant numbers there. Wesleyan 3 of 7. It hasn't been terrible for them, but the Bears have just matched them at every single turn so far today.
In Wesleyan's last game, they lost last Saturday against the Williams College Fs by the score of 72-58.
And the Cardinals have not played since then. It's been a week since they hit the parquet. They have possession now. And they're looking to tighten things up and really get their season back on track. Johnson. Bryant now across to Langs. A few substitutions came in. Nicky Johnson out to Langs. Long top of the key three. Butter. 16-10. Bears in front, but the Cardinals are trying to put some work on now. Kikuba from the left wing. Can't bank in the three. Offensive board to Oko. It found him across to Hobleib. Off his fingers. He couldn't get a grip on it. Cardinals brought in Langs and Cole Bryant from Connecticut at the last timeout. Bears brought in Lewis Jennings and Justin Parsons. Bryant from the right elbow, and he got that one slick. Oko across, leaves it for Kikuba. Out. Parsons, three, no good. Batted around, pulled in by Dezzoni. Shaq Dezzoni trying to find his outlet, finds it in McCoo. Across, inside, slick pass. At the left elbow, trying to fight his way in. He'll just go for it himself, no good for Langs. Rebounded by Hobleib there. Now Oko, back to Hobleib. Oko trying to work his way in through the Hobleib screen. Drops it inside, and that was beautiful on the lay-in for Dante Kikuba. 18-12 Bears. Langs out to Dezzoni. Dezzoni kicks it out. Johnson across the circle. Bryant can't hit the corner right three. Rebound Hobleib. Parsons, long pass across to Kikuba. Kikuba nearly loses it but keeps it. Scoops it to Parsons. Three from the right wing. Bagged it. And the Bears lead is back up to 9. 21-12. Kikuba knocks a pass that was intended for McCoo out of there. Cardinals will maintain, but some slick defense by the Bears. Gabe Milstein is going to check in Replacing McCoo, Gabe Milstein from Ridgewood, New Jersey. A whole lot of folks from the tri-state on this Wesleyan squad. Dezzoni to inbound. Gets it to Langs. Langs at the top of the key, worked on by Chukwueze, who's a whole lot of height in there. Top of the key, three. No good for Gabe Milstein. Rebound Oko. Oko back. Long two. Got it. Bears lead is back up to double digits with 12 and a half to play in the first half. Nicky Johnson trying to find his place. Gets it to Langs. Langs, a whole lot of height, working on Chukwueze, a whole lot of height. Now out to Bryant, kicks it back over to Langs in the right mid-range, steps out to the lane, kicks it out to Nicky Johnson, long three, no good. Rebound, offensive by Bryant. Milstein trying to work his way around a Lang screen, steps into the lane. Left wing three, no good for Nicky Johnson. Long pass up ahead to Kakuba, alone, and he lays it in. Oko with the sight, Kakuba with the finish. 25-12 Bears. Nicky Johnson trying to work on Kakuba. Mostly man. Bryant outside, kicks it back over to Johnson. Johnson working his way around a Lang screen, now to Langs. Shot clock running low. Johnson trying to step his way into the lane, lay it up, and he traveled. And the Bears bench is elated. Subs coming back in. McCoo will return. He'll give Dezzoni a breather. Bears, meanwhile, bring in Alex Gonzalez, the sophomore from Peabody, played his high school ball at Bishop Fenwick. He's out there with Jennings, Oko, Chukwueze, and Parsons. Gonzalez. Jennings couldn't get it from the right elbow. Trying to put it back with Chukwueze. He could not. Rebound by McCoo. Long pass out there to Bryant from Johnson. Now Johnson will get it back. He'll work his way into the lane, and he's fouled. Guilty party's going to be Precious Oko. His first personal second team foul with exactly 11 minutes to go in the first half. McCoo to inbound. Three attempt off the side of the backboard from Milstein. Put back no good for Bryant. It's disputed. Another whistle. We're going to see who that foul was on. And it's going to be Parsons. His first personal, third team foul. And that's going to mean free throws for Jared Langs from the Lone Star State. Fairview, Texas. Played his high school ball in Lucas, Texas at Lovejoy High. And he knocks down the first of two free throws. Jared Langs this year averaging 8.4 points per game. Last year, not nearly that amount. So many of these Wesleyan guys have either maintained their game from last year or improved it. It's a really consistent bunch, but it just has not shown in the record. 25-14 Bears, under 11 to go in the first half. Oko to take it across. Oko working on Nicky Johnson, trying to step into the left mid-range, loses it. Great steal by Johnson. He pulls it across, taking it all the way out. Now Bryant, corner right three, no good. Long rebound by Gonzalez. 10.5 to go in the first half. He leaves it for Oko. Oko at the top of the key, thought about it, trying to fight his way in, and he gets stripped, this time by Pullman. Pullman trying to work it across. Bryant can't finish, tapped back in by Langs. Bears lead cut to 9. Gonzalez trying to find somebody, finds Parsons working on Johnson. A little bit of an arm, but no call. Johnson's fought his way in, and now they call an offensive foul as he sent Jared Langs to the floor. And that's going to be his second personal. He's going to be replaced by Quinton Champagne, and it's some profanity from Justin Parsons. Clearly not thrilled with his own performance here. 2 personals in the early going. 10 minutes to go in the first half. Sam Pullman kicks it inside to Langs. Now back out, corner three from the right side. No good for McCoo. Out of bounds, off of Cardinal hands. Kakuba will step back in. He'll replace Oko, and Priest will come back in to give Jennings a breather. 25-16 Bears. Nobody in double figures yet, but Kikuba and Langs are threatening for the Bears and the Cardinals, respectively. Gonzalez at the top of the key, trying to step in on McCoo. He wants an outlet. He's getting double teamed. Bryant on his other side. Now he drops it out. Falling over is Champagne. He keeps it. Puts Pullman on the floor. 3 no good for Gonzalez. That was a really slick play. Yeah, that's one way to put a guy on skates.
I don't know how he was able to keep dribbling.
He's a slick character, Champagne can be. Working in his Langs, trying to lay it in. That hook was beautiful, but he can't finish. Rebound Kikuba. Kikuba out to Priest. Long top of the key. 3. Back rim. Offensive board. Champagne trying to fight his way in. Behind the back. Chukwueze can't lay it in, but he's fouled.
Despite that, the Champagne is he's showing his flashiness in the last couple plays. It's really amazing.
Alvin Chukwueze from the Granite State, Nashua native, shooting 2 free throws. And the first one's in and out. Couple of Cardinal substitutions. Out are Bryant and Langs. In is Ravitz. And into is Hauser.
Chukwueze's 4 for 5 right now on the season in free throws.
Make it 4 for 6. He misses them both. Board pulled down by Ravitz. 9 minutes to go in the first half. Johnson trying to step around, passes it out. Hauser now at the top of the key, waiting. Trying to step his way in is Ravitz. Backs out, and the jumper is true. The fadeaway was very pretty looking from Gabe Ravitz. Champagne kicks it out to Priest, across to Kikuba. Thought about a right wing 3, said no, but he traveled with it. Bears are trying to play like a dominant team, but their lead is just 7 with 8:35 to go in the first half. Shaq Dezzoni will come back in for the Cardinals. He'll give a breather to Nicky Johnson. 8:30 to go in the first half. Ravitz passes it inside, high pass. That one was to Hauser. He steps into the lane working on Hallbleib. Can't get it off the backboard. Rebound Hallbleib. Across, Gonzalez on the right side, out to Kikuba. Hallbleib, top of the key, 3. Misses everything but the backboard. Rebounded by Ravitz. Pullman trying to work his way in, left mid-range, drops it back out to Hauser. Pullman again. Now Dezzoni trying to work his way in from the left. He'll try to float it in, and the runner from the side is good. A little bit of a toilet bowl action. 7:50 to go in the first half. 25-20 Bears. Kikuba trying to extend it if he can. Working on Dezzoni. Steps his way in. The layup. That was real pretty. Banks it in. Ravitz bringing across for the Cardinals. Trying to put the work on Alex Gonzalez in the right mid-range. He steps into the lane. Tries to feed it in. That was going to be a really beautiful pass for Hauser, but it missed him. And the Cardinals turn it over again. 7:30 to go in the first half. 27-20 Bears. Kikuba leads all scorers with 9. Behind him is Langs for the Cardinals with 7. Priest worked on by Dezzoni. And a whistle off the ball. Guilty party's going to be Kikuba for an offensive foul off the ball. Nicky Johnson, top of the key, drops it over to Dezzoni. Johnson gets it back. Trying to find his place, worked on by Kikuba. He steps in slickly, drops it back out. Top of the key, 3, Hauser. No good. Batted around a couple of times there. But the Cardinals turn it over. Hauser wanted a piece. Priest wanted a piece. Priest got the better end of the deal. Under 7 to go in the first half. 27-20 Bears. Kikuba Stepping into the left mid-range, drops it over to Champagne, nearly lost it but kept it. Drops it out to Oko at the top of the key. Oko trying to put the work in on Pullman on the right baseline. He kicks it back out. Champagne thought long three, says free throw line instead. No good. Rebound to Zoni. Shaq Dezzoni breaking really fast, wants a transition bucket, but instead has to wait. Drops it out to Hauser. Long three, McCoo missed everything. Right into the hands of Oko. Up ahead, transition basket. The pass is stolen by McCoo. That was a great read. Johnson trying to work on the right mid-range. Drops it out to McCoo. Dezzoni over to Pullman. McCoo directing traffic, trying to slow things down. Leaves it for Hauser. Just inside. Nicky Johnson stepping in on the right baseline, double teamed by Hall-Blythe and Champagne. Leaves it out for Hauser. Hauser trying to get it in. Nearly but not quite. Rebound Oko. Kikuba up ahead. He's trying to put the cross on. He loses it. Another steal for Preston McCoo. Up ahead and underneath unguarded is Shaq Dezzoni. Cardinals again cut the Bear lead to 5. And Matt McLaughlin wants to talk this one over with the squad. 5:44 to go in the first half. Bears lead at 27-22, but the Cardinals just cannot be shaken.
Yeah, they're on a 10-2 run.
It's starting to get very close. This Wesleyan unit is desperate with a capital D. As we mentioned, they are 2-5 on the year coming into this. Bears are undefeated, and it would be a huge, huge upset if the Cardinals can come in here and make something of this today.
Yeah, definitely.
27-22, Bridgewater State. Cardinals, as you mentioned, are coming off a loss of their own. Lost in the Berkshires against Williams a week ago today. They have not played since. And they're looking to freshen up. Priest a three from the right side. Got that one. There's how you respond. And the Bears lead is back up to 8. McCoo breaking across. Leaves it out for Nicky Johnson. McCoo worked on by Wetterland. Johnson back into McCoo, working on Wetterland on the right baseline. Spin around, the layup is good. Off the window, 2 points for McCoo. And a foul immediately on Gabe Milstein. Milstein's first personal, third team foul for the Cardinals. And it just means a slightly delayed inbound for Bridgewater State. 5:08 to go in the first half. Bears lead by 6, 30-24. Long pass, alley-oop. Woo! For Hall-Blythe. That was slick. Johnson wants to respond with 2 of his own, and that's exactly what he'll do. Bit of a fake on the layup. He got his points eventually, did Nicky Johnson. 32-26 Bears. Wetterland trying to work on Dezzoni. Step his way into the lane. Fall back. 2, rolls around and falls in. Johnson working his way across. Through the McCoo screen, into the mid-range, unwatched, but it's in and out. Rebound Hall-Blythe. Kikuba takes it across, trying to slow up a little bit. Putting the work on a couple different guys. Long three from the right wing for Oko, off the rim. Offensive board, Priest on the left side. Gets it back to Oko. Kikuba. Bounce pass in, low to Hall-Blythe. He's trying to find his man. He's clearly trying to target someone else. It is instead knocked away. That one poked out by Hauser. Langs is going to check back in for Fritz Hauser.
Hall-Blythe using his height to his advantage. He's the tallest person on the floor right now. Especially on that nice pass by Oko.
Lang's not the only new Cardinal on the floor. Bryant comes back out as well. Kikuba into the lane, practically unguarded. Too little, too late by McCoo. And Kikuba just slides right in. Nicky Johnson leaves that one for Langs. Langs trying to feed it back out to Dezzoni, and he does in the left mid-range. Drop over outside to Bryant, now across to Johnson. Langs at the top of the key, watched by Hall-Blythe, leaves it for Dezzoni. Dezzoni steps back in. Johnson wants to make a slick play of his own. And he's fouled on his way into the lane. Dante Kikuba picked up his second personal on that one. Gonzalez is going to step in and replace Kikuba, who will hit the bench and get a breather. He's played most of his game. Dezzoni underneath, spins around and just wheels it over Priest. Cardinals are going to take a full timeout, even though they've got some momentum going. But they find themselves down 8 points, 36-28, with 3:33 left in the first half. This is really a lot more of a blow-for-blow match than both of these teams' records coming in would make you think it was going to be. Cardinals kind of on a skid so far this year. Bears undefeated, but it's really been an even fight so far today.
Yeah. Yeah, the Cardinals' only win was against Haverford College at Swarthmore and against Worcester State.
Six team fouls for the Bears, just 3 committed by the Cardinals. They've been very clean so far today, both of these units. But the Bears have been at the worst end of that spectrum, and they're going to be trying to prevent any Cardinals free throws in the next 3.5 minutes of the first half. Bears lead at 36-28, but the Cardinals keep threatening. Cardinals are getting called out of this. Officials think they were taking a little bit of a while to discuss how they plan to proceed. Bears to inbound. Wetterland did so to Oko, who'll take it across. Oko, watched by McCoo, drops it over. Priest on the right wing, worked on by Dezzoni, has to feed it inside to Wetterland, trying to work through contact and does lay up with the left. 38-28 Bears, double-digit lead yet again. Johnson trying to look in and make a slick play, drops it out. Right wing 3, Bryant got that one. Great response by Cole Bryant. 3 minutes to go in the first half. Wetterland leaves it for Oko, worked on by Bryant. Oko will take a second to let things get set up. Out to Priest, worked on by Dezzoni. Priest inside to Wetterland at the free throw line. He's trying to work his way in on the lane. The fadeaway untrue. Offensive board Priest, but he took a walk with it. Peyton Priest frustrated but not complaining, and he'll hit the bench, replaced by Lewis Jennings. 38-31 Bears, 2:38 to go in the first half. Nicky Johnson again taking it across. Bryant, Dezzoni, out deep between the circles. Now he leaves it for Bryant, left side 3, true. And Cole Bryant is lighting it up from outside the arc here in the last minute or so. 38-34 Bears, nearly stolen by Johnson. And Wetterland is fouled as he gets it back. Foul committed by Nicky Johnson. Interesting for Nicky Johnson, the only Bay Stater on this Wesleyan unit. Coming back and seeing a lot of minutes. He's tallied 5 assists already so far today. He's got eagle eyes, does Nicky Johnson. Inbound by Oko, underneath to Hallbleib, and he's promptly fouled by Jared Langs. Langs picks up his first personal. It's going to be another side out. Just 5 team fouls for the Cardinals in the first half. Oko inbound. This time again, it's nearly thrown away, but Bryant can't get a finger on it before it goes out, and the Cardinals turn that one over. So another side out. Third in a matter of seconds for Bridgewater State. This time Gonzalez will inbound. Gonzalez into Oko. Oko steps into the lane on the right baseline, and he is stuffed up really quickly. Foul is going to be on Dezzoni. And if you can believe it, it's another side out for the Bears, another inbounds. Gonzalez again. This time he'll hit Hallbleib in the right mid-range. Hallbleib out. Lewis Jennings trying to step in, and he took a walk with it. Not the slickest of basketball being played in the last minute and a half here.
Yeah.
Bears have turned it over. Johnson taking it across. Bryant now out to Dezzoni at the top of the key between the circles, watched by Jennings. He'll drop it over to Bryant. Right side three. This time he misses. That's rare. Rebound Champagne. He hits the deck. He's being double teamed fiercely by Johnson and Dezzoni. And the official's going to call the play dead. Jump ball. The possession arrow will leave it with Wesleyan. A really heads up, grinded out play by Dezzoni and Johnson there, getting the possession back. 38-34 Bears. Cardinals are fighting like dogs. Here's Dezzoni in the lane trying to lay it up. That was slick. Worked around two bodies and a long layup for Shaq Dezzoni. And this is a 2-point game. Champagne thought about a long three, said no, stepped inside. Gonzalez outside. Now he'll kick it into Hallbleib in the right mid-range. Hallbleib working his way in. Right baseline, no good. Trying to get it back. Gonzalez does for the Bears in the right mid-range. Worked on by Johnson. He'll drop it out to Jennings. Jennings out to Oko. Worked on by Bryant. Gonzalez stepping into the lane. Wants to float it up. No good, but he's fouled. And that foul is going to be Nicky Johnson. His third personal. 7th team foul for the Cardinals, and they now overtake the Bears in team fouls. Third personal for Nicky Johnson, but he's been fighting hard out here today.
Gonzalez is 9 for 13 in free throws.
He bags the first one, and Wesleyan head coach Joe Riley clearly not thrilled with the decision to award Gonzalez some free throws. Bears lead 39-36 after the first free throw by Gonzalez, and he gets another one right here. A minute 13 to go in the first half. This has been a knockdown, drag-out fight here at the Tinsley Center today. Yep. He misses that one off the back rim, 1 of 2 at the stripe. Rebounded by Gabe Milstein. Just over a minute to go in the first half. McCoo at the right wing leaves it over to Langs. Milstein back at the right wing. And fouled in the right mid-range is McCoo. Guilty party is Oko. His second personal, and that will mean an all-expenses-paid trip to the charity stripe for Preston McCoo. Preston McCoo, one of the further flung members of this Wesleyan unit from Big Bend, Wisconsin. Played his high school ball in part at Phillips Exeter, so he's no stranger to Massachusetts.
Yeah, 4 for 7 on the season.
He bags the first with under a minute to go in the first half. He could cut the Bears' lead to 1. And that's exactly what he'll do. Ravitz in for Bryant, who's made a couple of huge three-pointers. Oko in for Wetterland. Bears retooled their approach late and brought Oko in. And now he'll tap the table again as a formality. Inbound is going to be from Jennings to Gonzalez. 39-38 Bears. This one's a tight one. Under a minute to go in the first half. Gonzalez drops it to Champagne outside, kicks it across to Oko. Oko trying to find his way in. He'll settle for a three from nearly the top of the key. Bounces off the back rim. Pulled down by Ravitz. Ravitz pass across to Dezzoni. He'll feed it in. That layup was short for Langs, but he got fouled. Champagne picks up his second personal. He's frustrated, taking a step away.
Langs is 5 for 6 for 3 throws.
2 for 2 today. Make it 3 for 3. This is a tie game at 39.
Yeah, in the last game against Williams, Lang scored 19 points, which was his career high.
And with his second free throw made, Langs has given the Cardinals their first lead of the day. Wesleyan in front, 40-39, with 37 seconds to go in the first half. Gonzalez leaves it for Oko at the right wing, kicks it inside to Hallbleib at the right elbow, back to Oko. He steps into the lane, spins around, layup, rolls in, and the Bears take a 1-point lead back. Under 20 seconds to play. Shot clock is off. Milstein taking his time. 10 seconds. Milstein working around, watched by Gonzalez. Out deep on the left. Kicks it out to McCoo. McCoo stepping inside. Wants to float it in. And it rolls lucky. And that's the end of the first half. And the Cardinals, who came in here with a 2-5 record, are taking a 1-point lead into the locker room. What an absolute blow-for-blow match this has been so far today. 42-41 Wesleyan at halftime, and the Bears are facing a real threat to their undefeated record. We'll be right back with you here on the Bears Sports Network. Start of half number 2 here at the Tinsley Center, and the Bears are in trouble. They find themselves down a point to the Cardinals of Wesleyan University, and they are in real danger if they can't right the ship quickly of facing their first loss of the season.
Yeah. Yeah, the Bears had a 13-point lead in the first half, and that's just all gone away.
Bridgewater's Dante Kikuba leads all scorers with 11. Right on his heels is Shaq Dezzoni for the Cardinals with 10, followed by Jared Langs with 9, Cole Bryant with 8, including a couple of huge three-pointers towards the end of that first half. Precious Oko with 7. Preston McCoo, Peyton Priest, and Emerson Allbleib each have 6. 20 more minutes of regulation here. And I say of regulation because this has been enough of a fight. You never know how this thing is going to end. Bears will start out with it. Oko inbounded 2 and gets it back from Kikuba. Across to Champagne, now back out to Kikuba. Oko at the left wing, thought about a 3, said no, stepped inside, bounces it to Hallbleib. Layup is stuffed by Hauser, but he's fouled. Fritz Hauser is going to pick up his first personal. 2 free throws for Emerson Hallbleib from Carmel, Indiana. Played club ball as an undergraduate at Purdue, as he hits the first one there. Makes them both, and the Bears back up 1. A slight sigh of relief, but the work is not done yet. Johnson takes it across for the Cardinals. Dezzoni up top to Hauser, now over to Ravitz, Ravitz out to McCoo, across to Johnson, steps his way into the lane, kicks it back out. A lot of ball movement for these Cardinals. Now Johnson again at the right wing, trying to step his way in, drops it out, top of the key 3 for Hauser. Off the rim, rebounded fiercely by Oko. Oko working fast, trying to step up to the left post, kicks it out. Left wing 3, true for Peyton Priest. And Peyton Priest is 3 for 4 from beyond the arc. Euro step inside, pass out to Dezzoni from the right 3, no good. Rebounded by Oko again, but disrupted by Ravitz. He'll shoot a mid-ranger, fall away, and it's good. (46-44) Bears. Kikuba is tripped up on the play by Nicky Johnson. Johnson can't believe that he got that call. And Nicky Johnson picks up his 4th personal foul. He's going to get a breather. Gabe Milstein will replace him. And Johnson frustrated. He says, what am I supposed to do as he comes back to the bench? He's been guarding hard, certainly, but it's come at a cost. 46-44 Bears. Hallbleib out to Priest, right side 3. No good. Rebound Ravitz. Ravitz across. Kicks it over to Dezzoni on the left side in the mid-range, working on Priest. He steps closer to the left baseline. Throws it away in the lane to Champagne, and he'll slow it down. Thought about handing it to Hallbleib, said, no, I'll bring it across. Oko at the left wing. Now up between the circles, thought about a 3, said no. Kicks it out to Kikuba inside. Hallbleib in the left mid-range, stepping up to the baseline, trying to work underneath. Thinks about it. Reverse layup. And that's correct for Emerson Hallbleib. 48-44 Bears. That one blocked, disputed. Could not be finished by McCoo, and coming away with it is Champagne. Langs is going to be coming in soon for the Cardinals. They sense they need height. 3, true from the right side for Priest. He's absolutely firing on all cylinders. And the Cardinals are spooked into a timeout.
Yeah, that was
full timeout for Wesleyan as they find themselves back down 7. 2 minutes and 4 seconds into the second half, and the Bears have decided they're going to respond with scoring and then some. 51-44 Bridgewater. Peyton Priest, in just the last couple of minutes, has shot to the top of the scorers table. 12 points, 4 for 6 from three-point range. Those constitute all the field goals he scored today, along with 3 rebounds and an assist. He has not committed a foul yet. He is really working as hard as he can, and it's paying off.
Yeah, it's a very clean game. The Bears are currently on a 10-2 run.
And it's interesting to note as well, the leading scorer for the Cardinals, Shaq Dezzoni, has tried just one three-pointer all day. He has not made it. All his scoring has come inside the paint. Shaq Dezzoni, the guard, is using his talent on the inside and putting all the interior scoring to work. He's really getting it done for the Cardinals. So too is Langs, who has 9 points of his own. 4 for 4 from the charity stripe. He's been really special there. This has been a slap fight between these two squads, but the Bears are starting to get the better end of it, really.
Yeah, and Dezzoni, he's entering this game, he was 4 for 15 on three-pointers, so that may be why.
Milstein to bring it across for the Cardinals, and he will on the right side, working on Kikuba. He'll drop it off, hand off to Maku. Up to the top of the key between the circles was Langs. He'll leave it again for Milstein. Interior, right baseline, layup, no good, too short. Maku gets his own miss. He's blocked on that one by Hallblad. This time the rebound is Dezzoni, and he finds a way to force it in right underneath. Case in point, Shaq Dezzoni with the interior scoring. He's got 12 now. Brought across by Kikuba. Working out to the left side. Watched by Milstein. Left wing, kicks it over. Oko, top of the key, 3. True, nothing but net for Precious Oko. Bears lead is back up to 8. Maku, now he hands it back off to Milstein, working across. Crowd's feeling it now. Left wing, Ravitz, he's trying to find an outlet, finds it in Langs, puts a screen on himself, tries to step into the mid-range, hands it off to Dezzoni. Dezzoni outside to Maku, gets it back. Dezzoni putting the work on Champagne, trying to step in, kicks it out. Right side in 3 range is Ravitz. He'll step inside instead. Wanted a mid-range, said no, he got too closely guarded. Left wing 3, Maku right at the buzzer. Wowza! Then the Bears lead is back down to 5. 16 and a half or so to play in the game. Kikuba working his way into the lane, drops it back out. Champagne thought about a 3 between the circle, said nah, steps inside, and he'll scoop it over to Oko. Oko, top of the key, bags that one, a little bit of rim. They're going to give him the 3. Dezzoni this time trying to force in a transition bucket, and that's exactly what he'll do right underneath. Shaq Dezzoni worked in from the left for a beautiful play. Slick transition bucket by the Cardinals. 57-51 Bears. Priest thought about a 3, now he thinks about another one, and he bags that one. Is there a distance shot this man can't hit? Peyton Priest, the Nebraskan, he hit that one from Omaha. Langs thought 3 from the right wing, said nah, hit it over to Milstein. Now this time top of the key, 3 for Langs. Rims out, rebounded by Oko. Oko stepping across, can't get it, threw that one away to Milstein. Milstein trying to break fast for a transition bucket, handoff, and a near dunk by Maku. 2 points all the same. Bears lead back down to 7. 15 and a half to play in regulation. 60-53 Bears, but they've got a real challenge here from the Cardinals. Bryant, who hit a couple of huge 3s himself, is preparing to check back in. Oko underneath, worked on closely by Ravitz. He tries to force it over and can't. Misses everything. Priest committed an offensive foul right underneath the bucket, trying to tip it in.
Yep,
and the Bears have turned it over.
Yeah, over the back foul.
Parsons comes back in for the Bears. And, of course, Bryant back in for the Cardinals. So, too, is Pullman. Sam Pullman from New York, New York. Whole lot of players from the Big Apple on this Wesleyan team. Ravitz, Pullman, Steven Johnson from Brooklyn. Pullman working his way into the lane from the left. Fadeaway, throws it away instead to Hallblad. Up ahead to Parsons, up ahead to Kikuba in the left mid-range. Drops it out to the right wing to Priest. He's going to try another 3, and he misses. That's been infrequent for him. Pulled down by Langs. Milstein to take it across. Pullman working his way in from the right. Throws it away. He got a little bit more work than he was expecting from Precious Oko, and the Cardinals turn it over. 14:44 to play in regulation. 60-53 Bears. Oko brings it across on the right side, and he's going to call timeout. Bears want to discuss their strategy They're playing well, but Wesleyan is largely meeting them every step of the way, and the Bridgewater lead is just 7. They're going to have to play with a little bit more intensity if they want to keep this up and keep Wesleyan from sneaking their way back up to the top like they did at the end of the first half.
Yeah, definitely. I'm sure Bridgewater is going to be, keep giving it to Priest whenever he's on the floor. Also, the Bears have, along with Priest, they have 3 other players in double figures. Halblad with 10, Kikubo with 11, and Oko with 13. And Oko is also nearing a double-double. But he also has 8 rebounds. Also, Kikube has 9 assists. So, we could see some great double-doubles from this Bear squad.
Kikuba and Oko both threatening double-doubles. Shaq Dezzoni not far behind, really. 14 points, 6 boards. Here's Kikuba between the circles, sort of to the left, putting the work. Gets it to Oko, inside to Halblad in the right mid-range. He's double-teamed. He's fouled on the play. We'll see if that one belongs to Langs or Milstein, and Milstein it will be. His second personal. Inbounded by Oko. Gets it to Parsons in the left corner. Kicks it out to Halblad, now at the right wing. Now to the right side is Oko. He's thinking 3. He'll take a 3 and make a 3. A shot Precious Oko wasn't sure he wanted. Good thing he took it. 63-53 Bears. Langs at the top of the key over to the right wing for Milstein. Milstein stepping up to the free throw line. Kicks it out to Bryant at the left wing. Langs in the left mid-range. Steps underneath trying to lay it up. He can't hang on to it, but he's fouled. Bears can't believe they got whistled for that. Strip foul there on Langs. Guilty party's going to be Halblad. His first personal and the second team foul for the Bears in this half. It's going to be a shooting foul, and Jared Langs, the Texan, is getting 2 free throws. And he's a very good free throw shooter, Jared Langs. He's now 5 for 5 from the charity stripe with another shot coming. Could cut the Bears' lead to 8. And he can't. He misses the second. And Jennings, a miscue, taps it out of bounds. And the Cardinals are going to maintain. Just under 14 to go in regulation. Dezzoni is going to check back in, replacing Pullman. McCoo to inbound. McCoo trying to find and gets Milstein at the left side. Milstein trying to check back in at the left elbow. Throws it away to Halblad, who gets it to Kikuba. Kikuba working his way up, streaking across. Now he'll throw it in to Jennings. Left mid-range, trying to lay it up, and he traveled. And 2 unfortunate turnovers in quick succession for Lewis Jennings. Will be working to right the ship in the remaining 13:43 of this regulation. 63-54 Bears. Langs between the circles. Right wing, Milstein kicks it inside to McCoo, wants to lay it in underneath from the right side, and he does exactly that. Bears lead cut to 7. Kikuba working up on the right. Now he steps over between the circles. Oko at the left wing. Gets it out to Parsons. Now right corner, Kikuba 3. No good, bounces around. Put back and in, plus a foul by Halblad, staring down Langs. If looks could kill, the look Emerson Halblad just gave to Jared Langs after that putback and the foul would be something deadly. Halblad gets 1 free throw. Could make this 13 points for himself. Langs is going to get a breather. Fritz Hauser will come in his place. 1 free throw for Emerson Halblad, who's 2 for 2 at the stripe today. Call it 3 for 3. Bears lead back up to 10. 13-14 to play in regulation. Milstein out to McCoo at the left wing. Now Hauser again. Now Bryant. Dezzoni working his way into the lane, just beyond the free throw line. Can't get it in. The runner was untrue. Rebounded by Jennings. Oko working on McCoo. Gets it out to Parsons. Left wing 3. Off the rim, disputed, rebounded by McCoo. Feed inside to Hauser, kick back out. McCoo, left wing three of his own. He can't hit either. Pulled down by and scored by Hauser. Second chance points are saving these teams. 66-58 Bears, 12:25 to play in regulation. Oko feeds it across to Gonzalez at the top of the key, steps into the lane, nearly throws it away. Parsons is able to grab it, get it back to Oko. Oko tries to shoot a mid-ranger over Dezzoni, misses, rebounded by McCoo. Feed up ahead to Milstein. He's going to try to break fast for a transition bucket, and that's a transition layup from the right for Gabe Milstein. Bears lead cut to 6. Just under 12 to play in regulation. Oko at the right wing. Trying to slow it up, trying to direct traffic. He'll get it to Jennings. Feed inside, that was tall. Foul on the attempted pass to Hallbleib. It was a risky pass, but they're going to say Hallbleib was fouled and the guilty party will be Milstein. McCoo and Bryant will get breathers for the Cardinals. Ravitz will come back in. And Nicky Johnson, who has 4 personals, will come back in for the Cardinals as well. Three for Jennings, top of the key, no good. Disputed, loose ball foul. They're going to say it's heading Wesleyan's way. That foul's on Hallbleib. Stanley Pierre-Louis from the city of Boston is checking in for his first shift of the day. He's going to give Hallbleib a break.
And Kikuba also a little while ago just came in. So, and he has reached that double-double.
Dezzoni kicks it back out between the circles to Milstein. Now over to Johnson, working in from the right, trying to find his way in the mid-range. He'll pass it across. Corner three, Ravitz. True! And the Bridgewater State lead is just 3. 66-63 Bears. They're in real risk. Kikuba floater from the left mid-range. Wow, that was a long one. Bears lead back out to 5. Top of the key, long three, Ravitz. Why not? He misses it though. Pulled down, offensive board eventually. Corralled by Hauser, found its way over to Dezzoni. Working in from the right side. Johnson can't lay it up. Gets his own miss, trying to force it in, and this time he has more success from the left. 68-65 Bears. It's a slap fight. Jennings, top of the key, 3. Parsons, no good off the left side of the rim. Trying to corral it was Pierre-Louis. He could not. He knocks it out of bounds. It's a one-possession game. And Wesleyan has that possession right here. They'd like to make it count. 10.5 to play in regulation. Taking it across is Johnson. Nearly knocked over by Ravitz, his own man. But they figure it out eventually. Johnson trying to work in on the right mid-range. Bounce pass underneath. Looped in by Dezzoni. 1-point game. Bears at the better end of it, but not that much better. Kikuba in the right mid-range kicks it over to Parsons, now across. Gonzalez at the top of the key. He's standing between the circles, trying to leave it. He does for Kikuba, who's trying to put in a lot of work. Wesleyan laying down some double teams every time someone touches the ball. Underneath, Pierre-Louis, what a find by Kikuba. 70-67 Bears. Johnson finding his way in, trying to find it in the lane, shoveling it in, no good, pulled down by Jennings. Kikuba across on the right side, now out to Gonzalez. Back to Kikuba between the circles across. Left wing Jennings. Parsons at the left wing now. A lot of ball movement. Kikuba trying to step in on the left baseline. Trying to find an outlet. He finds it in Gonzalez. He'll try to step in to the left elbow. Can't quite get there. Kicks it out to Parsons on the right side. Right mid-range. Runner. Untrue. Rebounded by Dezzoni. Taking it across is Ravitz. Ravitz putting some fancy footwork at first on Gonzalez, but drops it out. First to Milstein, who gets it on the right wing, far to Nicky Johnson. Johnson across to Hauser at the top of the key. He steps just inside, laying a screen on for Parsons, and it worked. Left wing 3, not good for Ravitz. Rebounded by Parsons. Poked away on the rebound by Dezzoni, but he couldn't get a handle on it, and it's Bears ball. Langs will come in for the Cardinals. Bryant will come in for the Cardinals. They'll make a few different changes. It's going to be Bryant, Langs, Johnson, McCoo, and Ravitz on the floor for the Cardinals. For the Bears, it's Kakuba, Parsons, Gonzalez, Priest, and Hallblad. Right wing, Gonzalez feeds it in on the right elbow. Hallblad will try that one, and he bags it. Bears lead back up 72-67. Working in from the right side, or trying to anyway, is McCoo. He steps his way underneath, kicks it out. Corner left three for Ravitz, off the rim. Disputed, eventually pulled in by Langs. Dropped back out deep to Johnson. Johnson stepping in on the right baseline, trying to lay it up through contact, and he does. Hallblad couldn't stop him. Bears lead back down to 3. Kakuba trying to do the same thing, can't finish the job. Rebound Langs. Johnson, long pass across. He had plenty of time to set for the 3, plus the foul. Gabe Ravitz. New York, the city that never sleeps. And he caught the Bears sleeping on that one. Potential for a 4-point play. Hallblad picks up his 3rd personal on the play. And Gabe Ravitz, with this free throw, could bring the Cardinals back in front.
This is his first trip to the line.
Crowd's yelling bing bong. Not sure how much that'll work for a New Yorker. Might have had the opposite effect. He hits the free throw, and the Cardinals are back in front by 1. 73-72. 7:50 to play in regulation. Priest between the circles trying to find somebody. He'll drop it off for Gonzalez in the same position. Kakuba at the right wing. Now Priest in the right corner. He's been dangerous from 3, but he's not going to shoot it. He'll pass it inside to Hallblad. He gets fouled, and it falls. They're going to say it was on the floor. The foul was. Foul against Hallblad is on the floor. The guilty party is Ravitz, who just had that real slick 4-point play. Side out for Bridgewater. Langs is going to hit the bench. His replacement will be Hauser. They'll go to inbound. Trying to find, and does, Hallblad outside. Priest for 3, just beyond the top of the key, no good. Rebound disputed, and finally comes to Ravitz. 7.5 to play. Cardinals lead it by 1. And traveling with it was Preston McCoo. Cards turn it over on a 1-point game. Priest to inbound for Kakuba.
At their 10th turnover of the game.
Bryant, Hauser, McCoo, Ravitz, and Johnson out there for the Cardinals. Oko, Champagne, Hallblad, Kakuba, and Priest for the Bears. Oko on the left baseline trying to lay it up through contact. Falls, can't get it to fall. Rebound by McCoo. When I say falls, I mean Oko fell. Long 3 for McCoo. He bags it. And the Cards build on their lead. 76-72 Wesleyan. Kakuba trying to step in on the left baseline. Kicks it back out. Long 3. Well, not that long a 3 really for Champagne. He missed it. Rebound by Ravitz. Johnson stepping into the lane through contact. Trying to lay it up. Can't finish, but a foul. That's going to be Hallblad. It's going to be his 4th. And it's going to be 2 free throws for Nicky Johnson. Johnson is going to take his first free throws of the day. 6 points, 9 assists. He's got eagle eyes. He hits the first free throw.
He's 18 for 25 on the season.
Stanley Pierre-Louis will check back in to give Hallblad a break. And Johnson goes 2 for 2 at the charity stripe. And it's the largest Wesleyan lead of the day, 78-72. Bridgewater State will take a timeout. They want to check things out. A full timeout for Bridgewater State. 6:34 to play in regulation. Wesleyan leads it 78-72. These Cardinals look like they were a little bit lost at the start of this half, but they have recovered really gracefully, and they're recovering just in the nick of time.
Yeah, it was the same for the first half too, where they had a 13-point deficit, and then they started to come back. They came back in the first half. Seems like it's going to be the same way if the Bears don't get their act together in the second half.
Dante Kikuba has finally attained that double-double. 13 and 11 for him so far, points and assists. But the lead scoring is a lot more of a toss-up than it was at the start of the half. Now 3 scorers are tied for 16 each. Precious Oko for the Bears, but also Shaq Dizzoni and Preston McCoo for the Cardinals. So they're really spreading it out. This Cardinals team is a unit that spreads out a whole lot of their stats in terms of scoring and other, assists, rebounds, the things that matter. They really spread out their game, and it's paying off in spades with 6:34 to go in regulation.
And Kikuba, he almost has his career high, which is 12, which he got at Dean College on November 12th.
Priest kicks it out to Champagne, stepping in underneath. Pierre Lewis underneath the feed, the finish. 78-74 Cardinals. 6:15 to play in regulation. Johnson working on the right, trying to find his way. Now out, nearly dribbling it out was Hauser. Right corner, Ravitz, worked on by Oko. Dribbling it closer to the circles. Bounce pass to Hauser, gets it back, does Ravitz. Left wing 3, rims out, rebounded by Kikuba. Champagne, left side, gets it back to Kikuba. Oko, right wing 3, missed everything, but picked up and put back in by Stanley Pierre-Louis. That's a hustle play by Stanley Pierre-Louis, and the Cardinals' lead is just 2. Lang's preparing to check back in for him, trying to work through contact, and doing so slickly with the toilet bowl finish is Nicky Johnson. Cards lead back up 4. Kikuba trying to finish from the right, and he does that. Back-to-back hard-fought layups. They're really trading blows in the final minutes of this game. 80-78 Cardinals. Johnson. McCoo at the left wing, trying to find someone to pass to. He finds Hauser. Right wing. Ravitz. Long 3 for McCoo. Bounces, no good. Rebound Oko. Oko across on the left side. Feed underneath Pierre-Louis, but he loses it. Great steal by the Cardinals. Here comes Johnson working up the left side, trying to slow things down a little bit. Dizzoni also preparing to check back in for the Cards. Working in all by himself. Johnson, he passes it out. Left corner 3, no good for Bryant. Rebounded by Priest. Champagne working up the left. He'll drop it over to Oko in the center. Oko trying to work in on the right baseline. He lays it up. They're saying no basket, but a whistle blows the play dead. Guilty party's going to be McCoo. The ball went in, but they're saying no basket. It is McCoo's second personal. Bryant and Hauser get breathers. Dizzoni comes back in, so does Langs.
The Bears are in the bonus, and Oko is taking 2.
No basket, but he's going to get a couple at the charity stripe. It's a 1-and-1. He misses the first, and that ends that. Rebounded by Johnson, who gets it back from McCoo. He steps back up. Well, that one counted. Or did it? We'll see. Some dispute as to whether that counted or not. They're going to say it does. 3-point play coming up for Nicky Johnson if he can finish the free throw. Peyton Priest picks up his second personal. Johnson could make this a 5-point game if he hits this. 4:12 to go in regulation. Johnson will do exactly that. Cards lead at 83-78. And another whistle blows things dead. We're going to see exactly what that is. Cards up 5, a little over 4 to go. Kikuba on the right side. Now he steps between the circles, working over towards the left, passes it to Priest. Thought about a right wing three, said no, and goes around. Oko, thinking about a three of his own, steps up to the right baseline, pivoting, kicks it out. Kikuba, top of the key, off the right side of the rim, rebounded by Priest. And a foul on the floor. Guilty party is Shaq Dezzoni. Peyton Priest is going to get a 1-and-1 at the free throw line. Priest shooting his first free throw of the afternoon. He'll get another if he makes it, which he does. Hallbleib in. Pierre-Louis checking out.
Yeah. He hasn't had much trips to the free throw line this season. Entering this game, he was only 3 for 4.
He hits the second of the 1-and-1 and tallies his 17th point to lead all scorers. 83-80 Cardinals. Johnson working his way into the lane, trying to lay it up through contact. He's usually so good at it, but he can't. Second chance layup is no good for Langs. Pulled back out by McCoo, who gets it back from Langs, trying to work his way slickly. The official is blocking my view. I can't see what's going on. It's Ravitz trying to work in on the left baseline. He steps out to the mid-range, leaves it for McCoo. Long three from the left side, no good. Pulled down, lost. And last touched by the Cardinals. That could have gone any way. They're going to say it went off of McCoo. Kikuba nearly got a finger on it as well. It's a one-possession game with 3:20 to go in regulation. Kikuba over to Priest at the left wing. Leaves it for Champagne, worked on by Dezzoni. Oko between the circles, worked on by Dezzoni now, who switched off onto him. Kikuba out to Priest. Long three. Right side of the rim. Rebounded by Langs. Johnson taking it slow up the left side. Johnson working up, kicks it out to Ravitz. Deep on the right wing. He'll try to step in. Stolen. Crowd's loving it. Kikuba breaking up from the left. And he could not be stopped by Preston McCoo. Dante Kikuba gets his 17th points of the day. And now he is tied with Priest to lead all scorers. It's a one-point game. The Cardinals are wondering what's going wrong, and they're going to take a timeout to figure this out. Oh, correction, it's a Bears timeout. I really thought that was a Cards timeout.
Yeah, great read by Kikuba, and then the breakaway. Cards
lead it, but it's a much less secure lead than it was just a minute ago. They lead it by 1 point. 83-82, 2:34 to go in regulation. This is anyone's game now.
Yeah, and for the Bears to win this game, they need to do better, boxing out on defense, because they've allowed 14 offensive rebounds out of Wesleyan, and that could be one of the things that's making the difference right now.
A heck of a performance by some of these guys today. Kikuba and Priest, of course, with 17 points apiece. I tried to say each and a piece at the same time. Precious Oko, Shaq Dezzoni, and Preston McCoo with 16 each. Hallbleib not far behind with 15. This has been hard fought with a capital H and a capital F here today. It's going to be Hallbleib, Champagne, Oko, Priest, and Kikuba out there for the Bears. For the Cardinals, it's going to be Langs, Dezzoni, McCoo's going to inbound, Bryant, and Johnson. Inbounded to Langs. Dezzoni at the right wing, worked on by Priest. He tries to find an interior, finds it. McCoo through contact, gets a long layup from the right side. And Preston McCoo brings the Cardinals' lead back up to 3. Kikuba brings it across between the circles. He'll step out to the left now, trying to put the spin on Bryant. Threw it away to Langs. Looked like it was off of somebody's foot, but not called. Johnson bringing it back up, just over 2 to play in regulation. Johnson trying to work it in himself on the right mid-range, drops it back out to Langs. Left wing 3, McCoo bagged it! Oh, and the Cardinals are making a huge rally late. Priest thought about a 3, said no, stepped inside, said no, threw it away, nearly hop-live underneath. He bags it from the left side, right underneath. Cards lead back down to 4, a minute 38 to play in regulation. It's a nail-biter. Johnson bringing it across right at the center. Johnson trying to put the work in, steps inside, threw it away to Kikuba. Kikuba up ahead to Oko. He's breaking fast, wants to get these points. Does not. They're going to say foul, and I think they're going to say it was on the floor. No, they're going to say goaltending. An unfortunate goaltend by the Cards, and that one's going to count for Oko, but they're going to say no foul. Whole lot of contact, but it's a goaltend that benefits Precious Oko. And can we just take a Preston McCoo appreciation moment, who now leads all scorers with 21 points, only scorer over 20 so far today. A minute 18 to go in regulation. Johnson over to McCoo. McCoo out to Langs between the circles. Now Johnson at the left wing, kicks it back over to Langs. Johnson now working around, wants a 3 from the left wing, banked off the backboard, no good. Rebounded by Oko, gets it right back from Hobleib. A minute to go. It's a 2-point game. Holy smokes, folks. Oko out to Priest. Champagne thought about a right wing 3, said no, steps inside, passes it underneath Hobleib, he throws it away, pulled away by DeZoni. And the Cardinals try to slow it down. Ravitz. Bears have to foul, they do. That's Champagne fouling Ravitz.
And the Bears undefeated season is on the line in these final seconds.
Our hearts are beating out of our chests here at the broadcast booth. It's going to be 2 free throws for Gabe Ravitz. His Cardinals enjoy a 2-point lead with 38.1 seconds left in regulation. The crowd is loud. Ravitz makes the first. 3-point game. That was Gabe Ravitz's first free throw of the day. Correction, second. He's taking his third here. And he makes it. 2 tremendous clutch free throws for the New Yorker Gabe Ravitz. And the Bears are down 4 with 38.1 left in the game. Kikuba calls a quick timeout. Riley wants a backcourt call. Bears are going to get their timeout. They're down 4. It's a full timeout for Bridgewater State. 36.2 remaining in regulation. Cardinals 90, Bears 86. This is a lot tighter, and a lot tighter in favor of the Cardinals than I think anyone suspected.
Yeah, I just want note so the next game for the Bridgewater State Bears won't be until after Christmas, when they travel to Guilford University on Thursday, December 29th. They'll be playing the Guilford Holiday Classic against Guilford and Greensboro. And then January 4th, they start their MassTech conference play at Framingham State at 5:30 p.m.
It's interesting to note, Cardinals come into this game with 2 wins. One of them is a MASCAC team. They beat Worcester State in Worcester last month, 73-60. So they've already drawn blood from a MASCAC unit so far this year. They're looking to do it for the second time here. It's a 4-point lead for Wesleyan, 90-86, 36.2 left in regulation. Oko to inbound. Oko finds Kikuba in the backcourt. He's going to take the cross quickly. He has to, expeditiously. Oko trying to work in on the right baseline. Hook is good from the side. It's a 2-point game again. 90-88 Cardinals. Bears take another full timeout. What a huge clutch shot by Precious Oko to bring this thing back within 2. Just when you think there can't be any more intrigue in this game, there is.
Yeah, definitely.
Precious Oko picked up his 20th point on that layup. He has a double-double of his own, 20 and 10 with 6 assists. What a night for Precious Oko. What a night for Preston McCoo for the Cardinals with 21 points leading all scorers, 9 boards, 8 boards for Shaq Dezzoni to go with 16 points. It's been a huge, huge game. Double-doubles for Oko, as well for Dante Kikuba, 17 points, 12 assists. 9 assists for Nicky Johnson to go with 13 points. They've really been spreading the love here today at the Tinsley Center, and that is what has made it such an exciting and high-scoring game.
Preston McCoo has a collegiate career high of 23 points, which he achieved twice last season, so he's almost at that mark.
Shot clock's going to be off. This one's for all the marbles. Bridgewater State trying to force OT with a 2. If they can dribble out the game clock. Oh, I stand corrected. It's a Wesleyan inbound. They said it was a BSU timeout, but Wesleyan inbounded. Bears have to foul. Kikuba does. He fouls McCoo. That's Kikuba's 3rd personal. Preston McCoo is going to get a 1-and-1 at the charity stripe. This will be his 3rd free throw attempt of the day. He'll get a 4th if he hits. And he does. 3-point lead for the Cards. He could bring that back up to 4 if he makes this. 22.1 seconds remaining in regulation. McCoo bags that one as well, not a shock. 4-point Cardinal lead. Bears have to work really quickly. Oko at the left wing, trying to work his way into the lane. That same right side hook shot pays off again, and it's a 2-point game again. McCoo trying to inbound, gets it. No foul on Johnson. He got double teamed, but they're not going to call it. Finally, they're going to call a foul somewhere along the line. As Johnson literally dragging Gabe Milstein into the huddle. Might have been a late whistle. We're going to see. Yeah, the foul's on Oko, and it's going to be McCoo back at the line, 1-and-1.
He has to miss at least one for the Bears to have a chance.
McCoo makes the first. 3-point game again, 8.7 to go in the game. Starting to fall into a little bit of a pattern here in the closing seconds of this match. McCoo, the second that he earned with the 1-and-1, and he makes that as well. McCoo's been hitting clutch free throws. Bears working quickly, 6 to go. Oko trying to work his way in from the right, can't lay it in, he's stuffed! McCoo thought he had a clean block. There's a whistle, he can't believe it. Third personal for Preston McCoo, and it's going to be 2 outright for Precious Oko. He could bring this within 2 with 3.4 seconds left in regulation, preparing to check back in for the Cardinals as Oko hits the first. Here comes Fritz Hauser. He'll replace Milstein.
Alright, so for that second free throw on Oko, to tie it, Oko has to purposely miss it, but it has to touch the rim and then give to one of his teammates to tie the game for a potential buzzer beater.
We'll see. It's a risky proposition. The Bears have taken another timeout here.
It can work, though.
I've seen it work before, but when you're down 3, it might be a little bit of a tougher proposition. They have 3.4 seconds to come up with 3 points. One of them could be Precious Oko's second free throw if he does make that. But then they're going to need to scavenge 2 more. I don't know. They could miss intentionally, like you say, but that would only give them enough time for 1 field goal, really.
Yeah.
And then they'd presumably have to kick it out for 3. It'd be a really risky try.
Yeah.
This is a tight one. 94-91 Cardinals. 3.4 to go in the game. Bears at risk of losing their undefeated season. Cardinals in the hunt for their 3rd win of the year. And their 2nd against a MASCAC opponent.
They got Priest and Kukuba in the back, so Oko could, pass to one of those 2.
Oko does exactly that, trying to get it back. It's pulled down by Dezzoni. That failed miserably because of a huge rebound by Shaq Dezzoni. And with 0.4 seconds left in regulation, Halbleib fouled. Wow. So this is presumably going to be it if Shaq Dezzoni hits either of these free throws. What a game. Huge board after that by Shaq Dezzoni. Putting little Toby Hanna, Pennsylvania on the map this afternoon. 2 outright for him. He hits the first. And that should probably just about do it. So assuming this holds, the Bears are going to suffer their first loss of the year. Cards will get their 3rd win. He misses the 2nd, but that's it anyway. What a stunner for the Bears. And the Cardinals, who are a bit sneaky, come in and overthrow their 2nd MASCAC opponent of the year. Your final score, Cardinals of Wesleyan University 95, Bears of Bridgewater State University 91. A heartbreaker, but hard fought, and what a showstopper, breathtaker of a basketball game we got to see here today at the Tinsley Center.
Yep.
Again, your final score, Wesleyan Cardinals 95, Bridgewater State Bears 91. Thanks so much for joining us for Bears men's basketball here on the Bears Sports Network. I'm Matt Donahue.
I'm Zachary McMahon, and want to wish you guys a happy holidays.
A happy holiday coming out. We'll see you in January. And remember that every day, even on cold days like this, is a great day to be a Bear. Peace to you all, folks.